Yeah. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
Hello world, welcome to the Cancel Show. I am Lupe, aka Theo, your substitute host.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Manny.
Make way for the kingdom, the king me.
Co-host for
Checkmate
today.
and repeat.
Okay. We have a special guest, our continuous guest, as much as they part of the show already, Mr.
Junior.
J. Jr.
Yes, sir.
AKA Chef, AKA El Padre, AKA The Law, or God's right hand man, in other words. So, welcome back, man. Good to see you.
Good to be back. Good to be back. Good to see you.
Hey,
Yes, yes.
Mr. G. Chavez. So, you still haven't thought of a name, bro?
Nah, not really. You know, it's. I'll think of one today. By the end of the show, I will think of a name for y'all to call me.
My boy Alex on the ones and twos back there, man, making things happen for us.
Check, yo, what's up,
Hey.
dudes?
Hey, so I was talking to people and telling them, give them a name, a radio name. I'll have G Baby, Silver Fox.
I don't. You know what? I'll stick with the Silver Fox.
Silver Fox, the G Daddy.
How about the Belieber?
The what?
The Belieber.
Like Beavers?
Yeah.
Nah.
Hey, don't listen to the Beebs smacks. I'll have you know.
Nah.
The Beebs goes hard.
Oh, bro.
I'm good, bro. I'm
You
good.
lost me with that.
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
How about Tyrannosaurus? What's your
Oh, shit.
something
we
involving
already
dinosaurs?
have people on here. What's up, my boy George? My boy Hen. What's up, my guy? Where's Rashad? Oh yeah, Rashad, man.
Yeah, he's
that's kind of important to point out. Yeah.
he's a little
He's under the weather right now. I know he took a test.
is it a rectal exam?
I don't know. I think
Oh.
it's something he said it burns when he pees. I think
okay.
it's something had to do with the fireplace or something. I don't know.
Was he on fire?
Amoxicillin helps with that.
It's just-
Did he stop, drop, and roll?
no, I don't know, man.
He stopped, dropped, and rolled in some.
Much love to my brother if he's listening at the house. But yeah, man, he'll be back next Friday. Hopefully. But yeah, so how was your week, man? Anybody? Just
Anybody? Oh.
Everybody's just looking down.
I'm trying to share.
Oh, my bad.
You know, I'm trying to share
how
so
was your
y'all can
week?
subscribe and everything.
How was your week, man? How was your week?
Mine, I just stayed at home because my mom had COVID, so we just stayed
damn
at
it.
home.
It's happening everywhere, man.
Yes, isolation, what they call it, quarantine. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we had a quarantine for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing better, and that's about it. Hadn't been able to do anything, go outside the house or do nothing. Of course, being stuck inside the house sucks.
Yeah. What about you, my guy?
Oh shit, I work all the fucking time. Like
Yeah.
I'm never home.
No, yeah.
I'm never home. I leave for work in the morning. There's no sun. I get back home. There's no sun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't do anything but work.
Oh, damn it. What about you, Alex?
I've been chilling, my man. Just chilling, really, living, loving life. Can't complain.
I've been waiting to say this. How about them Cowboys, though?
You know what? I don't want to talk about that shit right now.
You know,
Bro.
As
You
a-
know,
That's like-
you're the special guest right now. How are you? Are you okay? You feeling
You know
all right?
what?
We don't need to
I-
talk about the
I-
Cowboys
I
right
was-
now.
I
I
was-
never ever root for the Cowboys because they let you down.
I was devastated. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, man, we're going to do it this year. Because it looked like we were doing good. And then,
Until you
like,
got to the first round again.
oh, just,
See, as a Cowboy fan, I'm not offended whatsoever.
Look,
no.
nobody in this world could never hurt me as much as the Cowboys have. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, man. My boy George says, man, people at work have been having COVID like crazy. It's happening everywhere, man.
Yeah, that shit's spreading
Spreading.
like fucking
Spread like
wildfire
crazy.
right now.
So, hey, man, if you have to, please cover up. Please stay 6 feet. Whatever you have to do, please be safe out there. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who be like, I don't want to wear a mask. Sometimes it's not for you. It's for everyone around you.
Yeah, and I can't stand that the people, they just don't believe that just because you caught it once, you can't catch it again. And that's the whole way my mom got it was my brother had caught it a second time, came over the house and kissed my mom, and my mom got it, and
Oh,
she had
wow.
never been sick. So, you know, y'all may think you got a immunity to it. You don't. This virus is just mutating like crazy. Cover up.
Yep. It's very real.
It's just real, man. I mean, it's crazy because this thing is it keeps evolving. Like it keeps getting stronger, better.
It's the flu
Yeah.
Rona now.
I'm like, how does the virus keep getting better and I still stay the same? Like I don't get it, bro. Like
It upgrades, bro.
that's it.
Yeah.
It upgrades, and you
No.
haven't upgraded in a long time, bro.
I'm not gonna answer that, but yeah, man, it's been getting crazy. Please be safe out there, man.
It's
I know.
never gonna go away.
No,
You don't think so?
this is forever.
No, it's
Yeah.
gonna be forever. Just
It's
like
gonna
the
be
flu.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, like the flu mutates every year.
Right.
And what the only reason why the United States gets a vaccine is because in China they already know what strain's coming through. So
Right.
the United States is able to work a vaccine before it hits the United States.
And correct me if I'm wrong, though. I think we are close to World War III, is from what I saw.
Oh yeah, with
With
Russia.
Russia and China.
Russia,
No.
well, Russia's
Russia-
invading Ukraine.
No, but then China says China was like, "Yo, my boy gets into war.
Uh,
What's up?" Like,
It's because look, Russia's over here like, Ukraine, we want your shit. Ukraine's like, nah, and the United States like, we're gonna tax y'all if y'all do that. They're gonna like put sanctions on them, stop shit from going over there, whatever. I'm not a political
you
fucking person.
you gotta post to be like, "Yo, my man says if you couldn't post up, what's up? Run up, bitch." And that's what happened. China and Russia are like this, son.
Yeah,
So
that's scary too.
that's dude. That's two superpowers right
Yeah,
there.
that's some scary shit.
Who do you? I don't know. Who do you like? What are your thoughts on this, Chef?
Man, we're getting involved into situations. I know we're a humanitarian country that likes to back up other countries, but
I don't know, man. We North Korea
We've
told
been
us
doing
they had
some.
nukes.
We've been doing some effed up things.
Yeah,
We have. We
Well,
have.
yeah.
I mean,
you're not wrong, but
We have, but this situation, man, it's defending another country though, and innocent people. So I don't know.
that is true. I don't know. I mean, when I,
I mean,
saw that,
there's a gain everywhere.
Oh yeah.
There's always a gain everywhere, no matter if it looks like they're helping another country because they want to do the right thing, but there's always an end game somewhere where they're
Right.
getting something else besides that.
Yeah, the whole purpose of the Iraqi war was Dick Cheney was sending Halliburton over there, and Halliburton was because he owned stock in Halliburton KBR. So
Right.
whenever he sent those companies over there, he was making a crap load of money off of them. So Dick Cheney knew what he was doing.
America.
America. Yeah. Well, look, Rashad said it's Rashad's on the air. Hey, what's up, Rashad? He said it's not World War III. It's a perpetual war. It's the new hotness. I mean, it's always a reason why America does what it does. Nah, fuck that guy. That's Rashad saying all this, by the way. I'm just saying what he puts in the comments. But yeah, no, I think I don't know. Like I said, it's crazy because we're like right there. It's right in. It could go either or. And I from what I saw, that they're moving everything already towards like the borders and stuff.
Yes.
So
Yeah, everybody's getting ready for war. Like
So-
everybody's getting ready for that shit. It's just one of those things where it's just gonna pop off, and when it does, it's gonna be some massive shit everywhere.
do you think that people are going to get drafted?
No, we got plenty of people.
Yeah, I think we do, and
'Cause I'm ready.
We just brought a whole bunch of people back home. We're just gonna send them right
I
back.
I don't think they'll accept you, bro.
I got the nukes, bro, right here. No.
I mean, you got something. It ain't nukes.
What are those weapons of mass
Yeah,
destruction?
right.
Yeah.
Firepower. Nah, man, we're so close. Like I said, it's just crazy. Like it's. I read a good quote that says, "Old men declare war, but it's the young people that fight it."
No, and it is. It's all the 18, 19, 20-year-olds that are going to go over there and fucking die.
Yeah.
Like, that's really what it is. It's these old guys over here talking shit to each other about, I want this, I want that.
And
Yeah.
I've never
Young kids.
served. Yeah, and never
Go,
served in
go
the military.
fucking die for me.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Hey, is what you said. That a lot of people that these so-called patriots never served,
Yeah.
even though they had the chance. Look at Trump.
A lot of these senators and stuff never served.
Yeah.
I think they need to serve to become a senator.
Well,
and
back in
then
the day-
they think about sending people.
Back
to
in the
war.
day, didn't I mean the people that are declaring war, they would go to war with you. If I'm correct, right? Like they would.
George
be-
Washington, yeah.
Eisenhower,
I
World War
mean-
II.
I'm pretty sure if they were still keeping that, a lot of these people wouldn't be declaring war that fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, you would be like, nah, man, it's okay, let's talk it. Let's
Trump
talk
would have been like, "Hey, let's peace talk for a minute."
Look,
Wait,
man, there's no
it'll mess up my
need
hair.
for all this.
Hey, but it wasn't. Didn't he dodge the draft, right? By saying something about his foot or something like. He dodged the draft,
Oh
right?
yeah, he dodged the draft. A lot of people did.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like these people are. What he said? Manny can be the tank in the war. Thanks, bro. George Gomez. I'll be something.
You definitely be something that gets blown up first.
I don't gotta be faster. I just gotta be faster than you.
I got you then, bro. I got you. I'll be safe.
Yeah, if we do go to war, you can blend in with the Chinese.
That is
I,
true.
I get my ass whooped. I'm with you guys.
Hey.
I'm with you. What's
That's the
up?
secret agent we send over there.
Saul, you need launch codes? Wait a minute. Something's not adding up. Oh, man. So, where did we left off last time? You told us your story, right? You gave us some of your story when you first came here. You gave us some of your story. We didn't have enough time, so
Yeah.
now we're gonna do like the part 2 to the. So if you want to recap, just in general, what would happen, what has happened since?
So, I guess since then, the only thing is I've applied at different jobs. Remember, I told you I applied at Arlington Independent School District. Well, let's
rewind
like you
it
said,
back a little
rewind
bit,
it, what
just-
it's all about.
Yeah, start from the beginning so,
So-
I can know what's going on.
What had happened was I was a teacher for 4 years for Fort Worth Independent School District.
Right.
My third year into teaching, a student had came to me. Well, she was crying in my classroom because she was another student that was in the same classroom. There was a girl and there was a guy.
Right.
And the guy had videotaped them having sex and brought it to the school. And other students knew about it and was starting to, like,
It went
air
viral.
share it.
Everybody
yeah,
was
basically going viral. Yes. And so she found out about it and was crying in the classroom. Took her to the steps of reporting it to the assistant principal, to the resource officers, and everybody just pushed her to the side and said, just ignored her because she's a kid that had one parent dead and one parent in prison. So her sister, who's 20 years old, is taking care of her and basically knew that she wouldn't report, couldn't do anything, didn't know what to do, any steps to hire an attorney or do anything. So they went after this young little girl and just hung her out to dry.
They just ignored her.
They ignored her. As a matter of fact, the assistant principal sent other students to threaten to kick her ass, and so and to come to her house. So she eventually decided to stop the reporting process. CPS refused to get involved. Said that the school handled the investigation, but CPS, it was their job to handle the investigation and never did. So we were kind of at that point right there. And so what we had found out is that once I had reported it and I turned it into the powers that be up in Fort Worth District. So it went all the way up to Scribner. And thank God that son of a bitch is stepping down.
Yeah.
Because he knew about it and actually hired this last principal to come after me and threaten me in different ways, because of me reporting this crime. And I reported it to the officers. I reported it to the Texas Rangers, to the FBI, and to the senator, and to our congressman and councilwoman. I even went up to the president, to the governor, to our lieutenant governor, to our district attorney. Everybody just turned a blind eye to the kids, because this wasn't the only girl. I found out through another parent that that same student raped another little girl before he had done this to this girl.
Right.
And so what had eventually happened was the officers, the resource officers, finally had came to my classroom, and they threatened me with their guns. And so I think that was where we're at.
Yeah, because I remember you saying that they showed up with guns drawn and everything, and you have PTSD.
They had their hands on their guns inside my classroom.
Yeah, but you have PTSD as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this was all at a school.
This was all at school.
Wow.
And the officers, the thing about it was, the principal told the officers when my off time was, because the officers don't know.
Right.
They're just in the hallways. They have no idea when my off period is. And then all of a sudden they showed up in my classroom with their hands on their guns, just to threaten me and stuff. So I said, man, I hope you're recording this, That way I could go ahead and call you and ask for the video and stuff like that.
Yeah. Hold on right quick. We have a caller.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, this is Stephanie Boardingham.
Stephanie Bordy.
That's
Hey.
my friend. That's Councilwoman Stephanie Boardingham.
Oh,
Or
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Former
Former
councilwoman.
Councilwoman.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, he was just sharing some of the story with us. So I guess I'll let you guys take her from here then. Okay, so
Stephanie,
Yeah.
what we wanted to know was about the parent that actually came and talked to you about it, because a lot of people would like to know the truth, you know. And I know you were able to talk to the parent at one time.
Yes, I did.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Okay. Yes, I did talk to the parent, but I don't know where they stand at this point.
Yes, you don't have to give their names or nothing, but just verify the situation, because I know that's sensitive.
Yes, right. I just remember, I remember the incident based off of what you told me, and I remember going with you to the before the trustees and pretty much verified what we had discussed privately, and then I did speak with the parents at a later date, and the parents shared with me what happened and their concern.
okay, yeah. I mean, the fact that they know and they're still like, because as I saw the other day, I think there is I think there's a lot of corruption happening in Arlington, from what I was looking at. And then like, you know, it comes down from like the police and chief, but I mean, man, it just leaves you speechless.
They're shocked.
It's mind blowing that a school would allow something like that to
happen.
continue and to happen. Like, me as a parent, it's concerning as hell. Like that.
Well, I can tell you what I've learned from experience in both being a parent and being on the city council. I was a trustee at our library dealing with a lot of teenage children. And from what I gather, I believe when this situation happens like this, a lot of time the people that are involved in it are either not trained adequately or don't want to get involved in it as to the extent, or they don't take it as seriously as they should. And I think that's what happened with this situation. I think this situation, a lot of people wanted to sweep it under the rug and it go away, but then they went after the wrong person. And all of this is political. A lot of city council, mayors, elected officials, I'm talking about from the constable's office to everyone, elected officials a lot of times don't get involved in it as less as they can, and they don't want to lose one vote. And then you turn around with the trustees, and it was probably a similar situation because they're elected as well. And then you had people within the school protecting their interest of not only the football player or the this or the that, they were protecting their interest. And that's why a lot of times I think things get swept under the rug or not handled. Then they get angry at the person who was the whistleblower and the person who becomes the attack. They're the attacked now, and they want to shut them up and they want to get rid of them and they want them to go away. And I see it in this whole scenario. This whole scenario was that we had people, elected officials, who were not willing to go out on the limb. Then we had the school personnel who were not wanting to, they didn't know what to do. Some people just don't know what to do, is what I've gathered from my experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about this, Stephanie, that the students ought to have a hotline, like a third party that they can go to report stuff like this. And it's away from the school. The school doesn't have anything to do with it, but they just investigate it along with CPS to protect these
Well,
children.
I agree with what you're saying because I'm currently running for mayor right now. And one of the things that I have on my list is not just for the students, but I believe there's seniors. I believe there's middle-aged. There's a need for something of that magnitude for everybody. From dealing with, anytime you're dealing with, anytime you're dealing with political issues, there's got to be a third party for everyone. Mm-hmm. And it is true. And it needs to be someone who is not affiliated with your area at all. And it is something that I would be willing to work with you because I've already been working on it for about a year now. I just haven't presented it to where it needs to be presented at this point because I haven't got all the kinks out. But it's absolutely true. We need students to feel more safer. We need teachers to feel safer. Yes. And we even need elected officials to feel safer to blow whistles when it comes to a tragedy that happened of this magnitude. And that is something that needs to be developed. And I am working on it. I just haven't got the kinks out, or I don't know the adequate person to take it to in order to move it forward.
Because I know there's a suicide hotline, so there should be a something hotline like this. And if there's a suicide hotline, whoever started that 501c3 should be able to start this 501c3.
I think it needs to be more than just a hotline. I think it needs to actually be a physical person that these that people of all ages can feel safe to go to, but also can feel that it's not going to get swept under. That's going to be taken seriously because there is a law behind it. It has to be a law behind it. Anytime that you want something of this magnitude to be put into place, it always has to be a law. Yes. And that's what I'm working on. I'm working on taking it to the levels I need to become a law for the protection of even a business owner or a child at school or a teacher at school or even, like I said, a political figure, you know, or even someone from our police department. It has to be an overall for everyone to feel safe to go to this particular entity, but it's going to have to be a law, and I'm definitely working on that. I didn't think about it being for our youth in the schools, but I'm glad we're speaking because now I can incorporate that into it.
Yes.
Right.
That's actually really exciting. Like,
yeah.
It's a really good thing. Like, that is something that's definitely needed in schools and just in general everywhere, because there's actually sexual assault everywhere, you know, in families.
I mean, from your
schools.
jails to your businesses to everywhere. I mean, even just outside of sexual assault, there is so much going on that people are scared. They're scared to let people know, and everywhere. And yeah, I'm glad that we're having this conversation because I'm 100% going to incorporate that into this bill that I want to try to get passed.
Yeah, it's like a retaliation law or something like that.
Yeah, because I mean, when people are taking advantage of the power, I mean, that's the problem.
Yes.
But you know, as one, we could be broken. But if we all, like I said, like when you were doing the right thing, if more people had your back, you know, I mean, I think the outcomes would have been different. But when people of power are abusing it, it's hard.
Yeah, especially when it's the superintendent. You can't go above the superintendent. Yeah. The superintendent is the one that's passing down, saying, "Hey, take care of this guy. You know, get him to shut up." You know. And
now we're seeing actually.
And I don't even know. I'm sorry. I don't even know that it was really that. I'm telling you, my gut tells me the training and everything that's been taught. You did the right thing. You did what the law and the training and the protocol was. You did it. But once it got past you to the next phase, people get scared. They get scared to act. They don't, if somebody says that they're not on it with them, then they're going to a lot of people won't stand up like me. I stand up. I'll stand up what's for right. I'm going the 9 yards with you. If I feel like that you've done what you're supposed to do, and I feel like, I'll go the 9 yards, but I'm rare. A lot of people, they get scared. They don't want to lose votes. They don't want to be classified, to get pushed out of the circle. And it happens, and I don't really blame the people as much as it's just the way it's been, and it's the way it is. But it's got to change. Today it has to change. Today we need more people to stand up and do what is right, and more people to stand behind people, even if the 20 people think that they're wrong. We need at least 5 over here that realize that this person is telling the truth and doing the right thing and went by the protocol. And it'll slowly start changing how the dynamics work in situations like this.
Right.
But we got to get this bill passed.
So if I may ask, what is the bill that you're trying to pass?
Unfortunately, I'm not able to speak of it right now because I don't have it all worked out. But like I said, I'm hoping May or June that I'll be able to get that information out and get backing behind it and try to get the bill passed. But from what level I'm looking at is from all aspects, they don't have anybody to go to. Just exactly what happened to Chef. People don't have anybody to go to help them do the right thing or to mediate. Well, this is what this side is saying. We need an outsider. We need an outsider that is their position, that they're non-political, they're not involved, they don't know the kids, they don't know the teacher, they don't know the superintendent. Right. We need an outside entity that's going to come in and help, and then that's where my bill is going to be based off of.
Okay. Well, my follow-up...
And it's going to be someone to help us that are not getting help or not are being retaliated against for doing the right thing.
Right. Now, my second question would be what could people like us do to get this process started? And you know what? That's a great question, and I'm going to need all the help that I can get. So let me get through May. And see what the turnout is in May, and then that's when I'm going to start focusing on moving this forward. And maybe that's something we can all talk about, and then I can share what I am doing in the process. And I'm always open for feedback. I'm always open for people to join in, let's get this happening. So let's talk about it again in May. Well, yes, we definitely will. We'll definitely have you on the show. Hopefully before then or after.
So you're running for mayor and win it, right?
I'm running for mayor of the city of Forest Hill, and the election is May the 7th.
May the 7th, and that's why she's saying wait till May.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me get through this, and if all goes well and the outcome is the way I want it, then that's my next phase, is going to start preparing for this bill that's going to help protect people at a higher level than the protection that we've been seeing at this point.
Sounds good. Well, let us know what we can do to help or anything.
Go vote.
Yeah. Go vote.
Yeah. All right. Everybody from Forest Hill, go vote.
Everybody from Forest Hill, go vote.
Yes, everybody, please. If you guys are listening, please go vote. Your voice make a difference.
She's going to protect your children.
It's all the difference. All the difference. If we want change, we've got to vote for change.
There you go. Because a lot of people want change, but they don't want to do nothing. And this is your chance. If you guys are listening, this is your chance to make a difference. Vote for somebody that wants to make that difference. And you could be part of that.
So yeah, if you live in the Forest Hill area,
definitely someone who represents everybody from I don't care your religion, I don't care your nationality, I don't care where you come from. It's not about that anymore. It's about diversity. It's about us all helping one another, being there for one another, understanding and listening to the needs of one another. And I have been doing that with Chef, and I looked into it. I talked to people. I went places with him, and I saw it, and that's what triggered me to want to make a difference. And now I'm ready to make that difference, and I'm definitely ready to get the difference for other people who may not even be listening to us, or people who feel like they don't have another option. We're going to make another option. We're going to try, and if I have to go to Washington, we're going to get this bill passed to help everybody.
No, I definitely agree. And people that are listening, I mean, everybody has a daughter, a son, a niece, a nephew. You know, I mean, everybody can relate to this because we all know somebody that's gone through this, that is going through it. It's hard to talk, or hasn't talked to nobody. So, yeah, this is like a heavy hitting subject, and hopefully, I mean, you can get this bill passed, and whatever we can do to help or promote you, help you, please let us know.
I thank you. I definitely appreciate it.
But any more questions, Jeff?
No, thank you, Stephanie, so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Absolutely. Thank y'all. I just got a new phone, and I don't know how to work it. And I saw this message come up and say call, and I'm like, oh, well, let me call. And I thank God I did.
Well, hey, before you leave, would you like to leave your info if people want to reach out to you or with your social media?
Absolutely. I'm Stephanie Boardingham, Stephanie Boardingham on Facebook. That's usually where my biggest platform is. I'm also a member of, we're called Forest Hill Forward, and we're on Facebook as well. And basically that's an organization that does everything around our community, from cleaning projects to, we invite people to help us. We did a summer reading program, and we do a cat in a hat program, and we do senior citizen activities and stuff around our community because we're trying to keep our people entertained within our community. So you can find me at Forest Hill Forward on Facebook or Stephanie Boardingham. And I also own a business in Forest Hill as well, Forest Hill Indoor Outdoor Market, and I'm always available to meet person face to face. So there's 3 options to get me.
There you go. Well, if you guys are listening, please definitely check her out. And I definitely I do want to go help out the community. So you'll be hearing from me though. So, but thank you so much.
Well, follow me on my Facebook, and we're going to put a cleaning project together. And we encourage youth groups to come with us. We encourage, we have seniors that come out and help us. We have everybody's welcome to come, and we're growing. Our Forest Hill Forward within Forest Hill is growing because there's an outpour of the community that want to come and be a part of something that's a positive and that does something to help either beautify the city or work with our children, or vice versa. As a matter of fact, Chef's wife helped me on a project with 3 and 4-year-olds that were a senior project, and the seniors absolutely just adored the project that we did with them. So we try to incorporate the youth with the seniors, the teenagers, with all of us. So check us out. Definitely check us out. We can always use help.
All righty. Well, thank you so much. And if you guys are listening, please check her out. Please. This is the time. If you want to make a difference, this is the time. So, but thank you so much, and we will keep in touch.
Thank y'all so much for inviting me.
All right, Stephanie. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Wow, man,
She's doing some good stuff.
That's some stuff right there, man. I mean, I wish more people would be like that. But
that's some righteous. I'm gonna say that's some righteous shit right there. Like she's doing good.
Legit.
She's doing good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's good to hear people like that out there, because
it's good to hear that we have people.
Yeah, because
How
a
many
lot of
people
times
have you known that you talk to that's a mayor that just talks to you
Nah, dude, I can't. I'm not gonna say this, but all of my friends are drug dealers. But
He wasn't talking about me. He wasn't talking about me.
no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Not me.
Wrong way, Alex.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Point
but-
at the guy that doesn't have a fucking camera pointed
Yeah,
at
oh,
him.
my bad. But no, I mean, and that's the thing, that bad things happen when good people stand aside and do nothing.
Well, also too, sometimes people don't know what to do
yeah.
or how to do it, or how to go by it.
See, and in this situation, that it was done right, and like the superintendent, once he found out about it, this new principal that came in called me to the office.
Yeah.
And I know she's saying like some of them didn't know what to do, and I do believe that in some situations a little bit. They're like, man, this is really bad. What do we do?
Right.
I know that did kind of happen, but to cover it up, the superintendent hired a new principal, got rid of the principal that was there, said either leave or we're going to fire you. So he went to Everman, and then and they replaced him with this new principal. And this new principal called me to the office and said, guess what? I heard about you. Everything that happened last year, the superintendent talked to me and told me everything that happened. I said, well, if you heard what you heard, let me show you all the documentation, because I documented everything. I did everything through emails and documented it. So, I mean, I have a binder this big to this day of proof of everything that happened. I even gave it to a reporter that went through every bit of my documentation, was like, oh my gosh, you really talked to the FBI. I see it. You talked to the president. Wow, you went to these people. You talked to the mayor, and I think he talked to Stephanie too. So he's like, I verified your story. It really did happen. And so when I went to go tell the principal this, he goes, the superintendent already talked to me. Was going to go off of what we go off of. After that, it was nothing but hell that year. But by the end of March, and that was when COVID hit, he's calling me on the Facebook, or no, what do they call that thing where you do Zoom?
Yeah.
He called me on a Zoom meeting with some his boss and was threatening to fire me.
What?
Literally during spring break.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, I'm not even at work. What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
I said, plus I'm the only CT teacher, which is career technical education. I am the only teacher in your school that had any students pass their certification. I said, what other teacher did that? None. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who's done that. So, and that's how us, chef, nursing, constructions, they get certificates.
Right.
And that's how we're graded, by us doing a good job. None of them did except for me.
Right.
So when he came after to fire me, well, what grounds do you have?
Right.
I'm your only teacher that brought you from going to an F to a D. Your school would have been in an F if it wasn't for my 2 certifications.
Right. So okay, so what, like, after that, what was your thought process? Who did you run to? Because I think you told me when they did the interview on you, the lady, the newspaper, right?
Yes.
It had to be from out of town.
Yeah, I moved to Hillsboro because, man, in my PTSD, dude, in the middle of the night, I was just dreaming that the cops were breaking into my house and attacking me.
And that's sad that they're using that power instead of helping. They're threatening you, and just like you have to deal with all these problems. But now, what is the solution now? Like, what do you think? Like, could be? Do you think that something could have been done different, or
Yes,
or do you regret doing the right thing?
There's a lot of things that could have been done different, and even like right now, still things can be done differently. Still, they're keeping me from getting jobs with Arlington ISD, with Grand Prairie, or what's this one right here? Is it Grand Prairie or Grandview or whatever? Right here.
Grand Prairie.
Grand Prairie.
Yeah.
I put in an application with them, and my records are not getting turned over. If they're getting turned over, they're not clear. This incident is being put in there, and I didn't do anything in there. So, I mean, there's records and records, proof of it.
Yeah. No.
But they can just write anything in there and put it in your record to make you look bad, so.
And then you don't have any access to see that. So.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to fight to get it. With Amazon, I got attorneys and stuff. You can pay for legal fees. That's part of your thing, so I think I'm going to ask for them to submit that. And if there's any derogatory in there, I'm just going to go ahead and sue Fort Worth for defamation of character.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I mean, that's it. I'm tired because where do you go to school for what is it, 4 to 6 years for a teaching degree, and then you can't use it because they're blackballing you?
Yeah.
So Fort Worth ISD is going to be in some trouble here soon.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's not right. Again, it's like I told, Pio, it's like he has kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would want somebody to bet for me. Like, hey, if I'm not there at the school with my kids, I would want someone to stand up for my kid when I'm not there.
Yeah, especially if it's something that's that bad and of that magnitude to where I would want somebody to be there to help my kid.
Yeah.
To show her that she's not the only one, that she's not alone. Because they obviously just swept it under the rug and pretty much threw her out there and left her alone,
And that wasn't the only one. Like, the parents that she talked to was a young lady that was raped, okay? The parents went to the Forest Hill Police Department. Forest Hill Police Department told them to go to the Fort Worth Police Department. Fort Worth, the police department said, we already went to y'all, and y'all tried to threaten us if we came back to the school. Y'all were going to throw us in jail if we made a complaint about what happened to our daughter.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. So Stephanie tried her hardest trying to get the parents some help, and everybody kept on just ignoring the parents that were making an official complaint.
Let me ask you this. Is this guy still free then? This
Hell
guy's out there like there's nothing.
He went back up to the high school to help all the little girls register the next year after he already graduated.
Oh.
They let him back on campus.
Hell no.
Wow.
And no one out here is doing anything about that. Like,
Nope. After what he did, they should have said, hey, once you graduate, you cannot come back. That's it. You're done.
no, this dude should be locked up for like, life. This dude should be walking.
I don't think he should be locked up for life, but I think he deserves
Yeah.
Some kind of punishment.
He deserves
Yeah.
some type of punishment for what he did.
I mean, if you're raping people, that's
Yeah.
bad. Like,
No, yeah, you have problems.
Yeah. But then again,
And then,
sad.
I forgot. So when we left off, what had happened was all this had finally started to clear up. I finally was able to get let back in school because they suspended me. They didn't suspend.
on what grounds though? Like what?
They said they just wanted to investigate it because they weren't sure if I was the one or if the student was the one that was victimized, or if I victimized the student.
Oh.
And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm the one that helped make the report.
Yeah.
And then because there was a second incident that happened soon after that. So in my office, we had a printer, the only printer in the whole freaking class. And the students were cooking, right?
Right.
So we don't use cookbooks. We have to print up recipes off the printer. So
Right.
the only way they could go into my office, get on the computer and print it. But they couldn't have access to my stuff because I'd log off, and if I log off, you can't log on
Right.
with my settings, right?
Right.
So they would log on with their settings. Well, a student logged on with her settings, and she was a lesbian, and she had nothing but child porn on her login when she logged in. So then they were like, well, you let her log in onto your computer. I said, no, that's not my computer. That's the whole classroom's computer.
Right.
They weren't logged on to my stuff. She was logged into her own Google account, and that was what was on there.
Right.
Luckily, there was 2 students in my office at the time because I had a big office.
Right.
And they were helping me clean up in the back room while I was putting in grades. And they saw it when we realized that she was logged in there. They were like, oh, my God, we know that girl. She's 15 years old, and she's an Everman. I was like, oh. And we put tape over the screen, and I ran to go get the principals and the officers. I said, no, we can't see that shit. And then we went to go get the officer, and the officer wanted to scroll down and look at all the pictures in there. I said, dude, I'm a preacher, dude. This stuff, I can't see this in my head because I just don't want to see it. If you want to look at it, you can look at all that shit. And I walked out the office and left him with the computer.
Oh.
But I made the little girls write a report and say exactly what they saw. Exactly what I explained to y'all what happened is exactly what they wrote down on the paper.
Right.
Because I went to the officer and said, are y'all going to get my students to make a report about what happened? They're like, well, if you want it done, then do it yourself. Like, what the fuck?
What kind of fucking cops are these?
These are the ones that threatened me with the guns, right? Remember? They
Yeah,
had already
yeah.
threatened me, so they did the same shit. They said, if you want to report, then you do the shit yourself. I was like, well, fuck yeah, tell me where the paper is, and I'll do it.
Right.
So he showed me where the report paperwork is, and it's easy. They just write their names in there and the date and stuff like that, and then they just fill out what they saw, right?
Right.
And they did. And so they did the reports, And then the next day, the officer called him into the office and said, hey, Chef made you write this. And he told you what to write in here. And they were like, no, this is what we saw and this is what happened. We're telling the truth. We weren't even around Chef when we were making a report. He told us to go off, at the desk and write the report and then come back and turn it into y'all.
Right.
I mean, he's never even touched him or saw him. And so then they kept on saying, no, it's not true. It was Chef, wasn't it? That was all Chef. So they were like, do you want to redo it? And he ripped up the report, threw it in a trash can, and said, rewrite another report. And they said they rewrote it exactly the way they wrote it, and then and turned it back into the officer. And then they came back to my classroom. They go, Chef, they're coming after you. The girls told me. They said they're saying that it's all your stuff and the porn and everything that was on there. And we saw that it was other little girls that were logged onto the computer. But the officer is coming after you. The 2 little girls told me. And to this day, if we could find them, they would verify the story to the T. That the officers were trying to make them. Plus, they destroyed a report. That's a federal offense.
Well, if you guys
Did
are
you know
listening,
that?
no, I didn't know that. But if the 2 girls are listening, we want you on the show. I mean, that is shit, man. That's just shocking, bro. Like,
It really happened.
And then it's just mind blowing because there's really people that are out there like that.
Dirty cops, man.
Yeah,
there's some dirty ones, but there are some good ones too.
No, there is.
Yeah.
But what's the point of having good cops if they're not going to stand up for us?
That's true.
Like, I mean, like, the cops alone. I mean, the cops alone are a gang, whether we like it or not, because they're going to back the blue. You know what I mean?
Not all the time. Not all the time.
I mean,
So, I was watching this video of these cops arresting this guy. One of the cops just punches the dude right in the face. He's handcuffed. They're walking him to the cop car. This lady comes out of nowhere and runs to him and tells him to back up.
right.
She handcuffs the dude. Handcuffs the other cop for punching the guy that was handcuffed.
Well,
And he got charged with assault.
I think I saw the same video.
Yeah.
I saw one. I don't know if you guys saw the one that.
something like that happened here in Fort Worth and Dallas too.
Well, there was another one where the girl cop pulled him off. I think it was Sarge. He turns around. He puts his hand on her neck. That made the news. It's everywhere. But that's what I'm saying. That people abusing
Their power. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not only that, a lot of that is happening here in the school districts. You're seeing more of the teachers are hooking up with students.
Yeah, my son said it happened at Arlington High School right here,
Eh,
where he goes to. That a little girl was being assaulted by a teacher. It's not being reported. It's being pushed underneath the rug because
Yeah.
Arlington ISD don't want it put out there.
well, that's the point. It's like, what can we do? What can we
Like
do?
Stephanie said,
Yeah.
we need a way that somebody can have a way to report this, and there's a third party that gets involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
somebody that
actually gonna-
doesn't work for the school, that
doesn't-
doesn't work for the city.
Yeah, but upholds the law. You know, like I don't know. I guess.
I don't know, because, like, again, it's like what the cops did. Though. They're going to do is get the report and rip it. And,
Yeah, rip it up.
I mean, what the hell can we do? I mean, to me.
See, I was stupid not to make a photocopy of that shit. See, and I learned my lesson so much with dealing with cops. You learn a lesson. Anybody out there, if y'all do reports to cops, take a picture of that shit and put it in your phone.
There you go. But put a pin on that. We're going to go on break. Shout out to Stephanie. She said, thank you for listening. Together we can fix this. Yes, we can, and yes, we will. Rashad said, it's refreshing to hear someone in politics for the right reasons. Amen, brother.
Fuck the whole industry. Try to get rid of me. Y'all must be kidding me. Y'all must be kidding me. Goes in the house. Hey, yo, fuck the whole industry. Where's Micah? Come on. Fuck it. Staten Island. Come on. Yo. Hold me down. Monster cut, truck, battle shit. Champagne spilling while we hitting every cup that my denali hit. Outfit is 4,000 and better. The rhinestones in my Flintstone look crazy in my sweater. Paul, it's not a big fairy tale, that's my MO. Fuck bitches on the reg with no problem. Ice
Bird rabbits in the Fox Hill Mall, where I cop 2 more, brought 4 for Rizzo. Bad boy, thank you for the special delivery. Catch me by the pool and my Tony starts slipping. Wonder Woman arm, Ghost is intelligent. Made 30 off a dust dime, I was killing them. Dip cash for 116, I was filling them. Them days kept a crisp coke, $1 bill on them. I lived it out, special delivery. I spit it out, special delivery. I sniff it out, special delivery. I want that special delivery. This is the remix, special delivery. Come on, special delivery. Bad boy, baby, special delivery. We won't stop, special delivery. Yeah, G-Dep, child of the ghetto, as we proceed.
Hey yo, sign, seal, delivered in just a nick of time. Real, I'ma give it to all my designers. Rhyme in the ghetto was formed. Show power, the child of the ghetto was born. Feet first, preach get the speech I kick in each verse. Prove that the shit you spitting out is dirt. That question you, and you're like a hustler on the first. You need work. Come on, stand by the grand high exalted. At your door with a portrait of the raw shit. Picture that while I spit anthrax on your CD tape, man, wax, stand back. You don't really wanna jump the gun in the hairless flow with the function long and stand there and bump the gums. If you want the problems, we can hurry up and come bury ya. I'ma play the carrier.
Special delivery. Yeah, come on. Special delivery. This is the remix. Special delivery. Ha 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 ha. Special delivery. Come on. Special delivery. Yeah. Special delivery. What? Special delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, keep moving.
This for my niggas, them special delivery. Bang your head off to this, fucking up your memory. I'll shake your cradle and rock your boat. Buck 50 your face and then butter your throat. It don't matter where you been or where you at. I'm here now and I'm banging. Kid, you softer than the Queen of England. Phraseologist, natural philosopher, wordsmith, authentical, metaphorical lyricist. Sharp descriptive writer, killer biter, panty raider, party exciter. Yo, Murray with the deal. Yeah, I'm gutter. What I utter got you timid, hesitating like a stutter. Oxymoron, don't be dumb. I school niggas like the United Negro College Fund. I see you plotting, scheming, trying to snake, and when you do, I'ma give it to you. Special delivery.
Special delivery. This is the remix. Special delivery. Get with me now. Come on. Special delivery. Bad boy, baby. Special delivery.
Hey, yo, hold up a second. What? This is the remix. So let's bring back my man, Craig
Hey
Mack.
yo, you must wanna be in the Guinness Book of World Records as the dumbest motherfucker alive. You feel you gonna survive? You couldn't move through my terrain, even if 4-wheel drive. And I'm your highness, finest. You hungry? Try this, buy this, live this. I take my rap style real serious. What you think it ain't that serious? I bang clubs and streets is getting hot. See, Mac won't stop until Mac's on top. Young Black America, my CD dropped in 2002. Change hip hop. Most folks shake your bones. I'm talking cyclones and terradomes like Mel Gibson's. My heat will cook you, boy. Mac came and shook you, boy. From the bitches, some
Special delivery. Take that. Come on. Special delivery. Special delivery. This is the remix. Special delivery. G-Dep. Special delivery. Come on now. Special delivery. Child of the ghetto. Special delivery. 115. Harlem's finest. Yeah. Special delivery. Alumni, baby. BR. Special delivery. Ghost Space. Special delivery. Craig Mack. Special delivery. I'm that boy that's gon' dig the bad boy, baby. Yeah. Special delivery. Let's go. Special delivery. Come on. Special delivery. Special delivery.
Welcome to the Cancel Show with Rashad Dyson and Manny, broadcasting live from the Global Life Studios for Fishbowl Network in Arlington, Texas.
Make sure to tune in every Friday from 9 to 11. Log in to hear us talk about
Sex, cars, more sex,
explosions,
drugs,
firepower.
Wait, we're gonna have that?
No, but can you imagine?
Right?
We're so canceled.
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak. Cow goes moo, frog goes croak, and the elephant goes toot. Ducks say quack, and fish go blub, and the seal goes ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? Happy, happy, happy ho. Happy, happy, happy ho. Happy, happy, happy ho. What the fox say? What the fox say? Big blue eyes, pointy nose, chasing mice and digging holes. Tiny paws up the hill. Suddenly you're standing still. Your fur is red, so beautiful, like an angel in disguise. But if you meet a friendly host, will you communicate by more? How will you speak to that? What does the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? What does the fox say? The secret of the fox, ancient mystery, somewhere deep in the woods. I know you're hiding. What is your sound? Will we ever know? Will always be a mystery. What do you say? You're my guardian angel, hiding in the woods. What is your
Welcome to the Canceled Show with Rashad Dyson and Manny, broadcasting live from the Global Life Studios for Fishbowl Network in Arlington, Texas.
Make sure to tune in every Friday from 9 to 11. Log in to hear us talk about
Sex, cars, more sex,
explosions,
drugs,
firepower.
Wait, we're gonna have that?
No. Can you imagine?
Right?
We're so canceled.
And we're back. So far, it has been a hell of a show, man. Well, me with my boy Pio and my boy El Chef, El Padre. So, as you was telling us, man, I was gonna tell you, like, a lot of, like, now we see a lot of the teachers with students, you know, and I think it's a double standards because I was telling Pio, me and Pio had a conversation. If my nephew came back home and said, "Oh man, I smashed the teacher," and as fine as, you know, she fine, I would have been like, "It's my daughter," you know. We were like all proud, like, "Yeah, boy." But if it would have been my niece, I would have been trying to murder somebody.
What the fuck?
Yeah, just murder somebody.
Showing up with guns and shit.
You know, or if, you know, back in the...
Hold on, boys. Yeah, Facebook does not like What Does the Fox Say.
Oh, who's...